While you jostle these teens out, something falls out of the half-orc girl's jacket and clatters to the floor.
I pick it up.
It appears to be a small metallic box.
I open the box.
She sort of said, "Hey, that's mine." Well, kind of, not really.
I prep a shocking grasp in my hand and go, "Don't mess with me, sweetheart."
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're just
Mine
gonna probably
now.
walk outside. Why is this happening?
I think by the time that you've made it outside, Meeza, you've opened this little box, and it seems to contain there's a needle, there is a thimble, there's a small collection of pins, and some bright red thread.
Oh my God, Zaffre!
It's the holy sewing kit.
Here, take it. It's for your nightly quest.
I shall return this to the temple, and the temple will be most pleased, as will their goddess.
Which is a dragon, not a human.
Exactly.
This orc girl kind of shuffles her feet and I'm like, "Oh man,
Why did you steal this?
I needed it.
Why did you need it?
I needed to like cut open the owlbear and
You did
stuff."
not need the holy sewing kit from the temple. Then
Don't anger the dragon gods.
Absolutely not. Not the dragons. No.
She's not really listening to you anymore.
Oh.
She's kind of just shuffling her feet and she's like mumbling something under her breath.
What's that, young lady?
I have to talk to you. You're not my mom.
Oh,
Well,
no.
we could find your mom and we could tell her what a bad person you've been.
Joke's on you, my mom's dead. That's crazy.
Is your mom actually dead?
No.
Well, see, now you're just lying to be annoying, and that's not fun.
Can you just? Oh, come on. Can we?
We're gonna take you to the
Lambert.
temple. Egg, that's what we should do. We should make this person take it to the temple and apologize. Isn't that what we should do?
Oh,
Yes,
God.
seems very fair indeed.
We need
I
to tie
will.
them up with rope.
Yes.
Well,
I
do
will
we-
find they are very bad children and they will run away.
The big buff guy puts up his hand and says, "I won't.
see if they.
I'll be good."
All right then, and I'll take up my rope, and I'll hold one end, and I'll tie a knot at one end, and I'll tie a knot at the other end, and I'll hold one end, and I'll tell all of them that they have to hold on to the rope.
The big buff boy hurries up to you and picks up one knotted end of the rope.
Yeah.
I've got it. Now what do
All
I
right.
do?
You hold on to the rope, and you will follow me.
Okay.
All of you,
Okay.
come on.
Yeah, Garland in the meantime has he's holding Lambert up by the like his leather jacket lapels. I don't know if they have lapels, but he's holding him up and he's sort of shaking him really, really violently, and a load of stuff is falling out of Lambert's pockets. There's like bits of there's another dagger, there's some copper coins, there's a pocket watch, there's all sorts of just random stuff.
I am
junk.
going immediately for the copper coins and the pocket watch.
Okay.
Meeza, no.
I take the copper coins and the pocket watch.
The pocket watch is monogrammed with a G on it.
Let me have a. Can I have a look,
Okay.
Meeza?
Yes, I give it.
Do I know what a pocket watch is? Do I know the
you
concept
know what
of
a
clock?
pocket watch is?
No,
That's the
none of you. No,
question.
this is no, none of you do. This is just a lump of metal, a round lump of metal on a chain.
Do you think this is a very big coin?
I don't know. It was ticking. You put it up to your ear. It ticks. Listen.
I guess if you're looking closely at it, you'll see there is a seam. There's like a crack, a seam around.
Is there a
Open it.
button?
Open it. Open it.
Yeah, there's a little button.
I push the button.
It pops open, and you see these numbers and these little twig-like things very slowly going around.
What are the thingies pointing at?
What is the
Don't
current
know.
time in game?
Really? This is that.
Is it
pressing?
evening? Is it afternoon?
It's like late lunchtime.
So 2?
2:30.
Half
Happy
past
now?
2.
There is something in the
6.
lid. Oh Christ! Sorry.
Oh, look. What is this?
It is a tiny portrait. It is a picture of a lady, human lady.
Does this human lady look like any of the small human beings
No.
around us?
Nope.
You
could roll. Ooh, what would it be? I guess it's history for you. Today is history. Everybody you've met today, roll a history check.
Yay.
See what you get. Who does this picture remind you of? 16. Yeah, that's fine. It looks a bit like the chief of the guards. It's a lady who looks a lot like the chief. Captain, what's his name? Chief Garrett. Lambert notices that you've picked up the pocket watch, and you go, "Oh man."
Well,
Oh,
now we know that you
nuts.
have to go return this too, because you need to apologize. And as I'm saying apologize, I'm looking at like Egg and Zaffre to be like, is this what I'm supposed to be saying?
Yes, grab hold of the rope as well, please.
Yep, you're getting on this chain as well. And we don't make
Chain
us
of
time.
shame.
The shame chain.
Chain.
Garland sort of turns to you all with a big grin. He says, "Don't worry, I'll be keeping a firm grip on this one." And he's gonna keep dragging Lambert by the ankle. Like he's following you.
Oh.
You've got all the boys and the girls sort of holding onto this rope, and they're being all
Yep.
very well behaved. Garland is just dragging Lambert behind him.
Should we let him? I mean, I understand that he's been bad and he needs to be punished, but
We don't know how humans like punish their young, so I don't know if this is wrong or not.
This is perfectly natural. Don't worry, all the parents be doing it.
well, I mean,
Insight check.
He's very convincing.
Okay, I
Okay.
guess we allow him to be dragged. Oh,
Yeah.
did Busby drink the tea that I left it when
Yes,
it came out?
Busby drank the tea, then knocked the cup over.
Do
but
they
she
seem
had a-
more? Do they seem more relaxed at least?
No, they had like a tiny sip and didn't like it. I guess she appreciated it. When you come out of the hole, she kind of just sort of nuzzles you a little bit with her beak.
I give her a pat on her bald head.
Um,
And I look at Egg and I go, I want one.
I don't know where we could find one.
I want
Arr.
one.
I can tell you, find one.
No, it's okay. Thank you. No.
Oh, sorry. Nar. Oh, she be the last one of her species. Terribly sad. Tragic story, really.
Oh.
Let me tell you all about it. And he kind of starts telling you
As we walk out of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're making your way back through the forest. You've got Garland with you. Busby is following as well. Lambert appears to be unconscious at this point. He's given up. And you've got these red herrings all in a neat line. And Meeza, you have the map, and Garland is going to sort of shuffle up closer to you and says, Meeza, was it?
Yes.
Could I be having my map now? Please.
Well, you see, I think we should wait until we get to town and get these kids taken care of first. And actually, hey, Egg, you want to come over here? And I'm going to hand the map.
I take the map.
Deliberately.
I think I have some stuff with me that I have a diary with me, I believe.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And that's where I want to put the
Okay.
map.
It's quite big, so you fold it up, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. And Garland's like, be careful with that.
I'm not damaging it. What does it lead to anyway?
Treasure.
What kind of treasure?
Well, a big one.
Do you need help with this treasure?
Well, as soon as I can have a look at my map, I'll be able to tell you. I don't know. I just know it's a treasure map.
You can look at it later.
Once we deal with these kids, you can wait. You've waited how long? You can wait a little longer.
I've waited 50 years. No, he hasn't. I've been searching the 7 seas for 85 years. No.
How many?
159 years I've been sailing the 8 seas. There's an 8th.
You look really good for your age.
He winks at you. Yeah, you keep the map in your diary, and you eventually make it back to Alaris town, the market square. You're going to the center of town. The market is still fairly busy, but it is lunchtime, so it's maybe a little bit quieter.
Well, we're gonna head straight for I'm gonna head straight for
the temple.
Okay.
With the orc girl.
So
the one that
well,
had
with
it
the
in her
whole
pocket.
train.
Yeah, the whole train, but that's the one that had it in her pocket. So
Garland is a little bit perplexed, but I guess he'll follow.
Is he still I hope he's not dragging Lambert in town.
No, he's carrying Lambert over his shoulder.
Like a fireman carry.
Yeah. You all file into the Temple of Govinda. There are a few people who are sort of praying, making offerings, and I think you make quite a bit of noise as you all come in, and everybody stops and turns and looks at you, and Maya is there, and
I'll kind of wave her over.
She recognizes Zaffre immediately and hurries over and says, "Oh my goodness, you're bleeding."
Oh, I'm fine. This hatchling has something to say to you.
I push forward the half-orc girl.
Yeah, and I look up at her and I put my hands on my hips.
I mean, of course, sure, certainly I'll talk to this young girl, but you really should have that looked at.
It's a flesh wound.
There's blood everywhere, but very well. And she sort of looks up because this half-orc girl is a little bit taller than her, and she says, "Oh, you're aren't you Angie? Aren't you Angie Moore? Aren't you Radra's sister?" And Angie, the half-orc girl, sort of shuffles her feet, and Meeza suddenly, like a bolt of lightning, you realize that this half-orc girl looks uncannily like Radra Moore, the half-orc merchant that you charmed. Indeed, seems to be a younger version. Who? Zounds! Just took the sewing kit.
Say it louder!
I took the sewing kit. The sewing kit. Doesn't matter.
What do you say?
I don't know. What do I say?
I shock her.
Ah!
Let's not.
Sorry. Don't shock me again. Sorry. I'm sorry. Just don't tell my sister.
I'm telling your sister.
Dang
Now
it.
that I know it's her and I've made the connection. And I can't believe that I didn't realize it before that you were related.
That's on you. Hail, travelers. Today, we're giving a shout-out to OVERREALMED, a not-so-serious D&D actual play podcast. The show is GM'd by Jeff Ramos and chock full of great characters, hilarious gags, and 90s pop culture references. They're approaching the end of their first campaign and will be starting a new one soon. Give them a listen wherever you download podcasts. Links to their social media and Patreon are included in the video description below.
I'll look to Maya, and gesture for the girl to give the box back.
Angie sort of holds out the sewing kit and just goes, "Fine. Don't get away. It's so important anyway."
What is your temple's punishment for such a crime?
Well, we're not really in the habit of dealing out punishments. I suppose just a good talking to from her sister might do.
All right then.
I mean,
we will bring her to your sister.
Now, would you please let me have a look at that?
Oh, fine.
And she sort of she whispered, "I'm sure it'll leave a scar."
Yes.
Fine. And
yes.
Yeah, and she heals you all the way up back to full health. But there is a very gnarly looking scar now.
Badass. Yeah, really
cool. Really cool.
Cool.
You you go over to Radramor's stall, and I think she sees Meeza first, and she says, "Oh, hello there. Oh, Angie, what are you doing?"
She's been very bad.
Oh, she got into a fight again.
No, she stole from the temple.
Oh, and Radra looks at Angie and looks sort of disappointed. And for the first time in all the brief time that you've known Angie, her expression of sort of moody defiance slips and reveals a look of deep discomfort and shame. Angie, and she sort of gives a little punch, sort of punches Angie a little bit in the shoulder. Get behind the stall. She's gonna get a good talking to. Don't worry. Is that hold on? Is that Lamb? Is that the baker's boy?
Yep, we're going to his home next. Except for Lambert has to go, I believe, we have to take him to the guardhouse because he stole Captain Garrett's pocket watch.
You arrive at the guardhouse. It's wee little Zaffre. Hello.
We've caught the thieves.
I can see. Would this be the infamous Red Herring gang?
They stole your Tiki Time thing.
I hold up the pocket watch. Is this yours?
Oh, my mum's pocket watch. He takes it very reverentially, and he says, "Oh, I'm never letting this out of my sight again." And he sort of puts it away, and sort of sniffles a little bit. And says, and he takes Ag's hand and just shakes it really vigorously. He says, "Oh, thank you so much. I've been so worried."
What is it?
It's a watch. It's a pocket watch. You use it for telling the time. I can. Somebody will teach you.
What should we do with the thieves?
Oh, Yanis will sort all them out.
All right then. I will give you my full report.
Yeah, I think sort of fast forwarding a little bit. Basically, the kids are all sat on a bench. They don't even put them in a cell. They kind of sit them all on a bench. They're given a stern talking to. Yanis pops out, and then when he comes back, the baker is there with him, and the baker is like, I don't understand. What's all this nonsense? What the why is Lambert slouched like that? What have you done to my boy? What have you done to my boy?
He stole. He's a bad boy.
How dare you? First that one makes accusations and points at Ag. It's like, that one comes up to my stall and makes gross allegations about the character of my boy. Now look at him, he's wounded.
He's fine, and I slap him across the face to wake him up.
He stabbed me.
What?
He's got a really cool scar. Zaffre, show him the scar.
I show him the scar.
You all tell everything to Mr. Addington, who looks very po-faced and just as sheepish as Angie looked, and says, I suppose then it's I suppose it's prison then. And Garrett sort of gives a smirk. He says, nay, don't worry about that. We're not gonna. I mean, he did assault someone. He did cause harm, and he has been stealing.
You could have them work in the temple.
Aye, that's not a bad idea. We always try to prioritize community service over imprisonment.
Some good hard work will sort these children out.
The two boys on the bench sort of nod. Lambert drools a bit, and his dad, he goes over to Ag. I must apologize for my remarks towards you. I am ashamed, and I'm terribly sorry. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive a foolish old man.
We absolutely will. It is one of the ideas of my God to always forgive. And so I will.
Do you step out of the guardhouse now?
Yeah, I'll walk out and I'll just feeling really good about myself.
Before we go, I sort of look at Captain Garrett and I go, is there a reward for bringing in these hooligans? They did assault my friend. I think that there should be some sort of monetary compensation. And I look at Lambert's dad.
He nods and he says, you're quite right. And he sort of opens a drawer and he roots around and he finds like a purse, and he gives you, Zaffre, a silver coin.
Yeah.
So you are outside the guardhouse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's time we start looking for dinner and a
place to stay. Oh wait, we
Sure.
have to deal with the pirate.
I am picturing him just sort of standing there, just like talking. Oh, let's go find somewhere to. And he's like, ahem. First things first. Thank you all very much from the bottom of my black heart. Thank you all for your assistance. Point one. I believe you'll be wanting to return that stuffed owl to those children, you said?
Hatchlings.
I'm still not exactly sure what that situation is all about. But I suppose that's point one. Fair dues. We return the owl bear, because I won't be needing it anymore. I have the map, or I will have the map, which brings me to point two. May I have my map now, please?
Well,
I look at the others.
We made an agreement.
Yeah.
However,
But-
I should just like to look at it.
I hold up the 2 copper pieces that I scrambled off the ground, and I go, is this treasure more than these things? Are there more? Is it like this?
He laughs so hard, you have a suspicion his gut is gonna burst.
Do you think there will be books?
Oh, yes.
Listen, my little lizard friends. I don't know what this treasure is. Look, I'll tell you the situation. Maybe then you'll be a little bit more accommodating. I used to work on a big ship, and we used to sail around, and we would sometimes do some perhaps not completely legal things, but some other times we'd just be in it for the adventure, you know, traveling from island to island, having a good rip-roaring time. But one time, on one of our adventures, you see, my captain, he had a meeting with some noblemen, because our captain had recently found this map, you see. But apparently he couldn't make head nor tail of it. And so we found this nobleman, who apparently was a man of letters, and he came on board, and I was bosun at the time. Bosun means somebody who is the right-hand man to the captain. And I heard them talking about this, and apparently this map leads to the big one, the biggest treasure ever. But unfortunately, before I could really have a look at this map and we could even sort of set sail on this journey, another shipmate of mine, Cleo, she took this map, and she well, you see, up until now, I didn't know where she had spirited away to, but now I know. It took me a lot of time to track it down, mostly because, well, she disappeared at sea. There was a shipwreck, and I just got out of it alive. But I know I found out that she'd sent this off. And now that I have it within arm's reach, I would very much like to have it and resume that great adventure that we were going to embark on.
I could never stand in the way of someone with adventure.
Could we have a sidebar quick?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Egg, who has the map. I'm gonna go, Egg, could you maybe make a copy in your little diary?
Oh yes, I already have.
Oh, you have? You've been very busy.
Hold on. Nah. You've been busy. Nah.
No, they've been walking around with all these children.
Okay, fair enough. But this map is very big.
Okay.
You open this large rectangular sheet of parchment, and I guess that your first impression is maybe confusion, because it seems to be a lot of featureless, sort of blobby shapes, arranged in a kind of spiral. There's no real marks on them. There's no dots or symbols or anything. It's just these big shapes. There are the only sort of writing that you can understand are because it's in common, is the names. There are these what look like what you would presume to be just names, because they're not words that you recognize, on each of these blobs. And you notice that one of the blobs down in the bottom left corner says Olaros. these letters are written in a sort of dark blue ink. Everything else on this map is very aged and brown and sort of grotty. And in the center of this map, dead center, in between all of these sort of spiraling shapes, is a whole block of text. However, it is not in a language that you can understand. Ag, I would like you to roll for investigation, I think. Yes. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
You know because you recognize some of the symbols. This is Draconic. However, it is a Draconic that you suspect has not been used and has not been spoken or written for perhaps centuries or longer. This is ancient Draconic.
Okay. Sort of, are there any words I can vaguely make out?
Right at the top, you can see a word that you get the impression it means something like very valuable, something valuable or precious or important.
I call Garland over.
I'm right here.
You know what this says?
He
I can
looks
read
at it.
this.
He looks. You can read this?
Somewhat.
Well, what does it say?
This is something that leads to great value.
Well, I knew that, please it.
I just had a second to look at it.
You said you could read it.
More or less. It's very ancient. It takes some time if I want to translate it.
He's running his fingers through his hair and he's like, blasted sod's law. I get my hands on the map and I can't bleed and read it.
But maybe, if it's an old language, maybe Ross can read it. We can show it to her tomorrow.
We
Ross?
could.
She's our friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I believe she would be able to read it.
He's very old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she would definitely.
with
But
her
we have to wait for the mirror to
Yeah.
recharge.
Tomorrow, so we can sleep.
Tomorrow, yes.
So we'll hold
You
on
have
to
a-
this for one more day. And then we'll give it back to you.
And then we will help you read it, and then you can tell us if we can come with you.
Mm-hmm.
You have a place to stay for the night?
Do you know where we can stay?
Yeah.
F-
Can we stay with
May-
you?
May I just say
We're very
something?
small.
And we don't take up space.
May I just say something very quickly?
We're house trained.
I, for one, am astounded that it is me, the pirate, who is only one remembering that you have to return a toy to two small children. What is wrong with you?
No,
We're
I have
gonna do
remembered
that.
this.
We're remembering, but we want to make sure that we have a place to stay, and we want, or at least where we can meet up with you tomorrow to help you read the map, sir.
I will do my best, I suppose. I'll help you out, but please, let's just go and find these children.